Dr. Chua has 2 days ago claimed that Selangor State Government overpaid for a piece of land taken over from Talam Corporation, Berhad. This piece of 2,263.53 acres of leasehold land in Bistari Jaya was valued at only 139.09 million by an independent professional valuer, although the state government had valued it at 181.08 million. Hence the accusation that Selangor overpaid by 41 million. Now, Dr. Chua's accusation is not only cheeky, it is deliberately misleading by using selective statistics. Just where there were some pieces of land which the valuer, Mitra valuers and property consultants in Berhad had valued lower than the state valuation, there were also many other pieces of land which were valued higher than the state valuation. Now, if you look at the documents I sent you, it's a complete list of 13 properties which was taken over by the state. Not bought over, please don't use the wrong word. We did not buy over this piece of land. Okay? We took over these pieces of land as the repayment by Talam to the state government. Now, if you look at these 13 pieces of land, you'll find that there are a few rows. If you look at there's a row called gross consideration, call it columns. There's a column called gross consideration. There's a column called net book value. And there's a column called professional valuation. Okay, I'll just take the very first page, second page as an example, details of settlement of assets. Okay, item number 1. This is a 12 acres piece of land in leasehold land located in Taman Puncak Jalil. So the gross consideration is what the state government valued this land, 12 million ringgit. Net book value is what Talam paid for this land. Okay, this is what is the value of the land in Talam's accounts. Okay, professional valuation is what Mitra thinks this land is worth. So from the very first example itself, you can tell that since Talam bought this piece of land for 7.2 million back in 2001, the state believed that the price of this land has appreciated, and they valued the land at 12 million ringgit. But Mitra valuers actually think it's worth a lot more, at 13,200,000 ringgit. So in this case, it was more. Mitra actually valued the piece a lot more. Now there are 13 here, some are higher, some are less, and that's only to be expected. You cannot expect a professional valuer to be giving the exact same valuation for every piece of property taken over by the state. Now if you look at the clearest examples are items number 11. Okay, if you look at item number 11, 686.93 acres of land in Bukit Beruntung 2, freehold land. The state valued it at 179.5 million. The book value is 177.6 million, but the valuer gave it a valuation of 198.9 million, much higher than what the state valued it at. Same thing for the last item, number 13. 341 acres of Bukit Beruntung 2 land. The state valued it at 89.1 million, but the valuer valued it at 100.8 million ringgit. Now what Dr. Chua did, was to ignore everything else and just take one item, which is item number 8, okay, where the state valued it at 181 million. The book value, which is what Talam paid for it, 215 million. So we're actually buying it at less than what Talam paid for it, but the professional valuer happened to value it for less, 139.1 million. Now what is important isn't all these individual valuations. What is important is not all these individual valuations. What is important is at the end, total, after taking over all these properties, did the state benefit or did the state lose out? Okay, look at the final line item. Gross consideration, 676.1 million ringgit. 676.1 million ringgit. Now how much did Talam pay for all these properties? 690 million ringgit, which means we are getting it less than what Talam is paid. But more importantly, what does the professional valuer, the same valuer, Mitra valuers, think the worth of all these properties? 685.2 million in total, which means that the state is undervaluing these pieces of land by approximately 9.1 million ringgit. That means we stand to immediately gain an additional 9.1 million ringgit. We didn't lose, we underpaid. If you want to use Dato' Chua's lingo, instead of overpaying, we actually underpaid for this land. Okay? So instead of criticizing the state, Dato' Chua should be praising the state. Hey, this Tan Sri Khalid can do business. Even after forcing Talam to pay for his debt, not only managed to pay all his debt, he also got a good deal out of it because he got properties worth more than what they agreed upon. It's a great deal for the state. This contrasts against the Barisan National State Government's previous land deals. I've cited two examples that were exposed recently by my colleague in Skinchan, DAP Adun, Muslim, who exposed that Tanjung Karang UMNO Division paid a premium of only 130,244 ringgit for a piece of 1.2 hectare commercial land in April 2002, despite a market valuation of 3.3 million. Less than 5% of market valuation. That's what the Tanjung Karang UMNO Division paid for this piece of land. And another piece of land, they paid only 47,000 for a piece of 0.437 hectares land worth more than 1 million ringgit. You can see the contrast between the BN administration under K. Toyo and the Pakatan administration under Tan Sri Khalid. One, we not only collect in full, we collect in full with additional value to the land. Okay? Number two, whereas for the BN government, they don't even collect the figure in full, they don't give 10% discount, they don't give 20% discount, they give 97% discount to their cronies. And in this case, UMNO Division Tanjung Karang. Someone dropped this in my mailbox yesterday when I said that I wanted to expose this piece of news. And this is specifically with regards to the piece of land in Bistari Jaya. Okay? This is a letter dated 16 November 2011. 16 November 2011. That means a long time ago. This is not the letter appearing only after the expose. This is a letter from a lawyer representing a client, a realty company, an offer to purchase that specific piece of land, Bistari Jaya, at a price of 90,000 ringgit per acre. Now the state valuation, which worked out to 80,000 ringgit per acre for that 181 million ringgit valuation, is 80,000 ringgit per acre. Okay? This proves that people are willing to pay more than what the state has valued the land. And the best judge of market valuation is what people are willing to pay for that piece of land. It proves that the state not only got a good deal, we have undervalued the land is actually worth a lot more than what we paid for. Paid in inverted commas, we took it for. Let me ask this question. I'm Talam, okay? I've got 676 million of asset, less 266 million of debt. This assets, net assets to me is 392 million, or 370 million, okay? I have 372 million worth of assets to me. After this exercise, I lose this 372 million. Is that a bailout? A bailout is when I gain. After the bailout, I gain. In this particular bailout, I lose. I don't know what kind of bailout happens when the person who is bailed out loses even more. After a bailout, I'm supposed to gain. I'm supposed to have more cash or more assets or more property, whatever lah. But in this particular case for Talam, they lost 392 million worth of assets and cash to the state government. I have 676 million worth of property. This is not valued by me. In fact, valued by professional valuer,
Yeah,
I have 685 million worth of property. I have 266 million worth of debt. I could sell this property for 685 million, pay off the debt 266 million, I still get nearly 400 million worth of cash with me. Now, I lost all that. Is that a bailout?
MalaysiaKini.com.
For the Malaysia Kini.
For the Malaysia Kini.